Alright, let's see how it goes here. Let's see how it goes. I can't really. I'll maybe go higher. I'll have a look. Right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's nobody there, but who cares? Right. Let me go to. Let me go live first on my iPad. Where is the bloody? Where is live? I'm live because I can see them myself here. But I must put the sound down first of all. Yeah. Otherwise it will echo. Yeah, this is not too bad. So what I do here today, I do banjo parts. And if someone, I wonder if I can, how does it work? Chats. Of course, it's a little bit delayed, of course. It doesn't really react that well with gloves though. Right, I have a chat there. Nobody online, that's fine. Let me have a look at this. I think this is a good 1, 2, 3. Yes. That's about okay, or? Let me start. So I've got banjo parts. I already plated them here. They're already plated. They're not. They don't need 4 banjo parts in this case. I've laid them down here. I maybe need to turn a little bit to the right, to the left, maybe. This is delayed. If I look on my thingy here, iPad, it's all a little bit delayed. Anyway, I put this in, as it was laying in here. I put it into the deionized water, put it into the activator. Now it's cleaner, by the way. I only use cleaner because cleaner also activates, believe it or not. I put it in there, rinse it in here, and take it out and play it straight away. Usually I put it in there 30 seconds. I don't know how the sound is. 30 seconds to, how long I played? Leave it in there. 2 minutes, maybe sometimes 1/2. I don't go much over that. If it's too long in there, it's not good really. Anyway, so when I'm done, when it's done, it's now over 30 seconds in there. Rinse it 3 times. You can see water breaks happen. Look at this. Look at the water. This is how it must be. If there are bubbles on there, yeah, then it's not proper clean. Anyway, so this is not an important part. It's this part. I put some gold in here already. This part, it doesn't look good. It's not important because you only see a little bit of it. So make sure you cover everything. It may need It may need a little bit of shadows appearing there. Don't know if you can see it. And if shadows appear, that's not good. This happens. It could be because of this thing is always not clean enough in this area, or different factors. There's maybe a little bit of, I don't know if you can see the shadows here. I can polish this out with a polishing mop later. Do all the corners, everything. As I said, this is not like, this you don't touch at all really. But there are shadows in there. I need to little bit of polishing. And here as well. And then maybe a touch of replating. So this one, when I rinse them a little bit, put them here on side, and now I use MPU. MPU is very, very good. Shake it well, ka-ching, put it in there a little bit, don't go over the top. And now you can use, this doesn't contaminate, MPU doesn't contaminate. You can use it however you want. I have the fan on, and there is a reason why, because of the fumes here and everything. I don't even know how much. Anyway, you could do this, you do that, just rub it in, just rub it in. Now you can use a clean tissue or rinse it off. Rinse it off. And then put already gold in here from this bottle. And then the back is not important because you don't see the back at all. In fact, the back is inside. So I do this first, then I do the surrounding. You see a little bit of the surrounding areas, but I turn it now. Now I can't, now the scratches on the back doesn't matter. And this one is also that. And the front is a, yeah, it will be touched maybe sometimes, not really. So it's not that important how much you put on, really. It will last for years. So just go over a few times, turn it. Just go over corners I've done, rinse it, go down there, and when you're finished, basically what you do, clean them, make them dry them up, ka-ching. This one needs to be polished a little bit. I don't think this area you see anyway, but needs to be polished anyway. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Oh, where's the camera there? Somewhere. Oh, you can't really see that much. Anyway. Start the timer. I forgot, by the way, because I need to time everything, because it's a customer work and I need to know roughly how much time I spend. So I use MPU again on this one because it's easier. MPU. Need a little bit more. Always shake the bottle. Always. Even I have shaked it 2 minutes ago. Make sure the thread is done. This will never be touched. This is inside. So this one is inside. So now you can rinse it. Where's my rinse bottle, by the way? rinse it with deionized water. You need to use deionized water because, look, I don't dry it. If you can use tap water technically, but then you need to dry it afterwards, which is nonsense. You don't need to do it, which is, and then you go over a few times, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-chingy, chingy, ching. What I'm saying here, there's still gold left here. It will. I put in about 25 mil there earlier, and the voltage, by the way, is 4.7. I turn it up, but they're bigger items. Turn it up to about 5.56 maybe. Even the higher you go, the faster it plays. However, if you go over 7-ish. If you're not quick enough and you have big items, small items, then you will cause maybe shadows, like you seen earlier. You maybe cause shadows, or it will burn-ish in a way, slightly. It will go darker and darker. And it's basically the burn effect. The gold starts to burn, especially if you don't move a lot. If you stand still like this, then it goes darker and darker and darker, and looks then like horrible actually. So don't forget this side. And this is basically done now. Just check it. So, I'll count normally, I don't know why. Anyway, this is done basically. Now we can put it on the side here until the next one is arriving. Make sure you clean your hands a little bit. The next one is here. And then you do the same what we done earlier. As I say, this doesn't contaminate. Even if it goes in here, this MPU, it doesn't matter. And this is, I mean, this is brilliant, this stuff. This is brillianto. So you go over and over and over. Make sure. It is not that important, really. Even if I wouldn't use anything to clean it, it will stay on there because it's inside. Look, I've messed up here a little bit went in there, it doesn't matter. Still absolutely fine because, as I said, it doesn't contaminate. So now I always start like this. You can see, I could turn it even a little bit more up. This one you can go easily to 6. And you can see the color changes straight away. There's still enough gold in here to cover it. As I said, this will be inside the banjo. Inside, you see this because you have a clear window where you look through and you see the inside, but you never touch it. This will be never touched, only when I fit it. When I get fitted. So basically it's already enough what I put on here now. Already enough. So do this part, even you don't see it, but it needs to be done. If you don't see it, it doesn't mean that I don't do it. You know what I mean? So I still blade areas where I know exactly you will never see them. But it looks alright. When I mean, you wouldn't give a customer, how is this, an item back where some areas are missed. Maybe this one, maybe this side, maybe this side. So now I rinse this all, pump up the volume. I rinse this a little bit here. Well, I rinse this in here properly. Just a little bit. Rinse this in here properly. And now I can feel the roll underneath is nearly empty. It's annoying. This is really annoying, yeah. I mean, you can see the parts here. There are a lot of parts. I mean, this is one part. There are more. There are 2 rings which I have. Also, if someone is interested, I don't know. This kind of stuff needs to be plated. And there's 1 more ring which I haven't got for this particular banjo. And here are more small. All the small items, so needs to be done on its own. So, and here more. They're quite heavy, by the way. All the washers need to be done on their own. You can imagine this takes me quite a long time, to be honest. I will not finish it today anyway, no way. No way. Anyway, when it's done, I always make sure they are dry, because when they're not dry and you put them down there and they're still wet, it affects the plating sometimes. If you leave them wet, don't do this. Don't make sure you dry them within like 20 minutes after plating. Because sometimes there's only a very thin layer of nickel on there. Nickel doesn't protect very well for rust. It does protect, but only if you put on a lot. So that's that. Now, this one I'll do later because this takes time. Now I'll do some of them. Just pick. This is like a pick. What I have here. This is the wrong one. Yeah. Where is my... More like this. This one is stainless steel. I can see this. Unless... No, they're stainless steel. They're stainless steel. I can see this. So you put them in there. Then the next one later on. Oh, they need to be nickel plated. So these ones, they are brass. So you can plate it onto brass gold, but I wouldn't recommend it because it will eat into the gold eventually. The brass will react with the gold basically. So you need to, I need to nickel plate them first. So I'll put them on this, I'll leave them in here. Nickel plate them first, there's only a few items, and the rest, and then gold plate them. So this one I can take out now. If I would have a tumbler, yes, and then at the same time I'll put a new one in. Soon I'll take this out. I'll put a new one in. Ka-ching, it basically cleans and everything, ready to plate. So they are not that important really. I mean, you see them. You see them. This is why they get plated, by the way. And then now I do this, 3, 4. Yes, I count them. I count every side to make sure. And then you need to turn them, of course. Anybody in the live? I think there's a couple of people in there, but not really. So and then it's done basically. It's done. It's nothing major. It's just a nut. What is it? Nut? Yeah, nuts. It's nuts. So take them out when I finish the first one. Ka-ching. And then put the next one in. Why I put this into the solution here before. Look, you can see the bubbles there. You can see the water. That's not good. It's not clean. So now I'll put it in the cleaner. And as I said before, the cleaner activates as well. So don't be fooled. Oh, I need cleaner and activator. Yeah, you need it. Because we want to sell you activator because it's brilliant. I mean, you normally need it. I would normally use MPU anyway. But MPU takes longer. MPU takes long. No, it doesn't take longer. It's actually quicker. But MPU is more. No, it does. It does take longer in this case. Because now it's cleaning, is in a beaker. It's done. Take the next one out, and now you can see the water is not. There's no water breaks. No water breaks. So you put the next one in, whatever it is. Just pick and go. Again, put it in the water before you put it in, because otherwise you contaminate. The reason why I put it in the water first before I put it into the, because I have my hands full of gold solution here from the plating, of course. So I put it in the water, so I'll touch the item, of course. Otherwise I must clean my hands all the time, yeah. So I'll put it into the deionized water, and then in the activator, in the cleaner, I mean. Otherwise you can, or you will eventually contaminate the activator, and that's not good. One little drop doesn't matter. A few drops doesn't matter, but if it goes a little bit further, more and more, and then you have it contaminated, then this is not good. So now we are here, and again, you can see this is a matte finish now. This will be matte. Means I'm not farting around here. Just need to get on, because this is a customer here. As I said, I do some of the washers later on with a tongue. Basically, I do it in a tongue. I hang them up, 8 of them at a time. Put them in there, let them hang there for a while, for a few minutes, take them out, and at a time I can do something else really. Ching. So, when you plate this kind of stuff, make sure you always plate the sides as well. So then you go inside and don't move. When you move, hold it tight. Don't move the crocodile clip, otherwise you can damage the item. In this case, again, not that important, because you don't really see these items. This particular item, you don't really see this area anywhere. You see only one area anyway. It's done. What is in there? Surprise, surprise. I shouldn't do the washers now, because I should do something else. What should I do then? This fucker here. Put it in there. Gotcha. It's 10 o'clock, is it? So when you do them here, ka-ching. Do I need to do, you ask yourself, I can do this a lot quicker if I put them in a tank. Yes, which I do next time. Which I do, only want to show you as well. Job done. Most areas you don't see anyway. But still, I will plate the whole lot. And now I stop and then I clean. I always do one side first. So now I can feel that the solution is getting weak now, what I put in here earlier. Top it up a little bit, ka-ching. And now it plates quicker again. Of course, the gold will disappear. For gold polishing, can we use the same solution? Thank you for the, hey? Simply Repair sent me a, wow, thank you. Can we use the same solution for gold polishing? No. Gold polishing, well, I don't even know what you mean, to be honest, because this cable is loose here. Gold polishing, okay, I've done a mistake here in the live because I had my, you can see now, this is an example here. This is going quite dark. When you compare to, let's say, this part, let's say, you can see the difference maybe. This is darker here. And the reason is why this happens, because I had a voltage to 6 volt. This is a small item, a small surface area. So you need to turn it down to about, I turned it down to about 4 volt. 4 volt, yeah. And now you can plate it. So I messed it already up. You can plate over, it will eventually turn darker. But what I do then, I'll have a little tiny bit of polishing. You even can do this with MPU. And then it goes back to normal, basically. So now to this area. Polishing, we use same solution. No, you can't. If you want to polish, why you want to polish for gold plating polishing? Look, if you want to have a shiny area, yeah, you need to polish the item, whatever the item is, before you plate. Okay, go into the nut. I sometimes put it in here. Look, there's already connected. You can see the rectifier, and then it plates. This is tongue plating basically. There's solution in there. So what I do with this, later on well, it looks better though. It looks already better. Maybe I get away with without polishing, because it will eventually go back to normal. Yeah, I'm getting away with it. But I'll leave this now, for now, because now I'm rinsing this off. Rinsing them all, put them down here. Rinse them. I mean, if you do a lot of screws like I do, and bolts and nuts and all this small stuff, some of them you can't do in the tongue. Or it's not even quicker in the tongue, because most of them are brush brake. Most of them are brush brake. So make sure they are dry, because that's important as well. Yeah, I got away with it. So I don't need to polish this again. It's a matte finished anyway, it's semi-bright. So, and if it look original, it's semi. It's so half-half, it's not completely shiny, it's not. So I got away with this because it was getting dark. So, but I stopped straight away when I noticed it's getting dark. Stop straight away, don't fart around, and get on with it and turn the voltage down in this case. So make sure they're all, I always check them also before I put them down. Anything missed, any problems, any whatever, any problems. So, and sometimes I do a random adhesion test as well. There will be a lot of people that would say, what are you doing now? Adhesion. I had a lot of comments, or I had a few comments when I've done the adhesion test, that someone said to me, this is not a test, this doesn't work. it is not correct what you're doing there, and blah blah blah. Okay, if you say this, I have a backup. I have someone who is in business for over 35 years, which is Richard from Spa Plating. I work with him together, of course. I get all my stuff from him from Spa Plating, and of course I sell my own stuff as well. An adhesion test, if there's someone that says you can't test the adhesion like this, is full whatever poo-poo, yeah, then I tell you, you are completely wrong. Adhesion you can test. Look, it sticks on there, the gold is on there, but who tells you that adhesion is 100%, especially in this area where I need to repolish for some reason. Look, if I go in there with a tape, look, and rip it off, and then you look into the light, is there anything on there? Nothing. So nothing came off. But some areas, if I don't activate, let's say this rear, I didn't really concentrate on the rear here. There's still nothing on it. But sometimes you have then gold touched on here, especially because you can't see if it does come off with this tape test here, then it will eventually come off anywhere. It will eventually, you will have problems, especially when it gets touched. And you don't want this, you want to avoid this, of course, if it's for customers. So, I'll stop the timer. This is stuff what I've done. Already, I don't know if you can see it really. Can you see? Can you see? I maybe need to turn a little bit on. Turn a little bit, because the water over there, you don't need to see. I've done a little bit here, look. It's all laying here. Basically, this looks alright. This is inside, as I said. I'll also try not to get them touched each other, because gold is extremely soft. Pure gold, pure solid gold. You know? Believe it or not, pure solid gold, you can when you put pure gold in your hands, you warm it up with your hands, you can mold it in your hands. And this is the fact, this is true. You can mold it, you can it is not easy to do, but you can do it. This is unbelievable. So if you drop a solid gold bar, yeah, it will deform quite quickly if you drop it on the floor. It's a fact. I didn't know that until very recently anyway. Yeah, if you look how much more I have to do here. Oh yeah. Don't even know how many there are. There's a lot more in here, a lot more in there, a lot more in here. So you can imagine how long it will take. It will take ages. I don't know what the news are. It's 10 past 10. Why is the FTSE going down? No idea. So in this case, now, I think I'm ending this live stream. Thank you to Simply Repair. If you're in this area in South Wales, Swansea area or whatever, and you have a phone problem, well, mainly iPhones, but you're doing also Samsung now and other stuff. Have a look at Simply Repair. Have a look at them. They do an amazing job. The bloke who's doing it is German, like me. Coincidentally, he's my son, by the way. And I mean, he's doing an amazing job, I must say. I mean, this is what we learned in Germany. We need to be, everything needs to be perfect. If it's not perfect, and I dropped my standards quite a lot with the plating here. So I'm not 100%. If I would be 100% German, if I do this everything like I've done before in the past when I started this business, it would take me double the time. It will honestly take me double the time what it normally takes me. It would take me days to do this, because I've done this before. First I've done bathroom tubs and stuff like this. Whole way. any little tiny mark on there, I would do it again. I would polish it off. I would make it 100%. And you can't do this with every item. If I would do this 100% here, there are small marks on there already. It will cost a fortune. Look, there even original, there are scratches on there. Even original, there already come brand new with scratches on there, which is amazing, really. I mean, not amazing for them. This is unbelievable. They are brand new items. I can show you items, yeah, brand new. They're sealed, like this item. I haven't even looked into this. I haven't even looked at this as part of a banjo as well. But I can tell you now, they are major. This is brand new. So this is in the box here. Yeah, you can see already marks on there. You will not. There are marks on fine scratches. Yeah, is this even nickel plated? This is probably chrome. No, it is nickel plated because I know this one is nickel. So if you compare nickel and chrome, similar, very similar. It's not that much different to nickel and chrome, really. So this is nickel. Looks like chrome, look. But there are already marks on there. And some items are really, really bad. Sometimes I get items, I need to repolish them, even they're brand new. And this is so annoying sometimes. I think if I would do that, how they can send out sometimes items which I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't send them out. They need to be at least 95%. Some of them, they send them out, they're about 50%. You can't do this. I personally wouldn't do it. You need to be a little bit, you know, not thinking about money all the time, so make sure you think about a customer as well. Customer is important. So I'm ending my live now. 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in as well, and for the super chat or whatever you call it. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a payment here. Make my day today. And I see you later. If you need any stuff here or any advice, any questions, yeah, look, for example, this kind of stuff, the swaps, you can get the swaps here for my eBay shop. You can get it from my website. The link is always down there somewhere. And if not in this video, it's in other videos. Cleaner solution. This is cleaner. This is not activator. This is deionized water. I do it myself, the deionized water. This is deionized water. I rinse it first, rinse it second, rinse it third. Make sure it's completely rinsed 100%. If it's contaminated, you can have problems as well. If you contaminate with anything apart from MPU, this doesn't contaminate. Doesn't matter. If you can leave it on there on the item and it will be fine. Anyway, I'll let you go on. I wish you a very good day and chat later. As I said, any stuff, any questions, you can get it on my website. Plating kits, it is easy. It's not solid. It's not rocket science. Sorry, not bulletproof. Rocket science. Okay, this is my area where I'm working here. This is my. Hold on. How do I change this? Oh my God. This is my stuff what I'm selling. Everything. Posting stuff. Sealing and blah blah blah. And the dog is coming. And the dog is coming over. Yes. So I see you later. Goodbye and thanks for watching. How do I switch this off? I have no idea. Oh, I guess.